Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of BFalcon11, who has requested that I react to Full Force by iDubbz. So, yeah, iDubbz I've definitely heard of. I think I've seen him in a few things here and there, but I've never watched anything from his channel. I'm not really that familiar with his content. So this will be something. I don't really know what to expect. Full Force doesn't really tell me anything. It's a rather long video, but hopefully it'll be a good one. Though, yeah, let's just go ahead and start it and find out. Here we go.
Big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video.
Huh?
Hi, I'm Bounty Hunter, Baba D. Flats.
I see.
Holy fuck!
I'll get several drinks in me. It's not wise to piss off a drunk old Jedi.
It's about the equivalent of a medium shield. I like my beans.
There's still Sith out there. If you don't think so, then you're wrong.
Cooking with Fatty, meat salad.
Okay.
Yeah, funny if you think you could take mine from me.
You're still hitting full force, dude! Ow! Fuck! Dude! Fuck! Stop doing full force!
Well, we have a title.
What is going full force?
That is where, and the way I define it, someone is treating it as if they're about to die, and they are putting everything behind it.
Okay.
Back in April, I flew out to Battle Creek, Michigan to meet a fellow YouTuber that goes by the name of Airsoft Fatty.
I see.
I'm sure you guys have seen some of his videos. The most popular ones are Fortnite Chug Jug Challenge and When Lightsaber Dueling Goes Horribly Wrong. Watch till the end.
Of course.
I think I just shit myself.
Airsoft Fatty makes a wide variety of content.
What you'll need is some turkey or sandwich meat and hot dogs.
One day he will upload meat salad, the next day he'll upload cranberries zombie cover practice 1.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
There is nothing that's off limits for Fatty to upload, with the exception of, like, I was gonna say weight loss, but he's even uploaded weight loss stuff.
Oh.
17. Oh, let's go. Where we are.
This guy's unstoppable. I was kind of curious about Fatty's life. You know, I'd seen his videos for so long. I wanted to know if he was playing a character. I wanted to know what he's like off camera, what he's like around his friends and family, what his eating habits are.
I like my noodles to be a little dry.
I wanted to know all that I could learn about Airsoft Fatty, and I think the best way of doing that was going directly to the source.
Why don't you find out how he got that name?
It feels like the name suits it because I've only seen like I've seen a lot of army vehicles and a lot of roadkill, so it feels like a Battle Creek.
All right, we're calling Chris, aka Airsoft Fatty.
Hey, this is Commander Six of the 7th Regiment of the Rebellion. It is day number 365 here on Kurtosis, and we need reinforcements. If you can leave a name, a number, and a message, I'll do my best to get a hold of you. Hopefully there's not another firefight that happens, but keep it real. Peace.
Record your message after the tone.
Hey Chris, it's Ian. Call me back when you get this. Yeah. Something about Kurtosis? What was that? Now we wait for his response so that we have an extra level of permission to come over.
Hey, this is Commander Six of the 7th Regiment of the Rebellion.
I guess we could just show up. I told him that we'd be coming, so let's just drive over there. As we were driving to Fatty's house, I fully expected us to just park on the side of the road, knock on his door, and have him greet us. Oh, iDubbz, great to see you, man. How's it going? But it didn't go like that. It went quite a bit scarier than that.
We are.
Okay. Oh.
Oh my.
Those are the boys.
That is. I've never felt more uncomfortable in my life.
Pull right on Nancy out of the road.
Yeah?
Best idea you could possibly choose. You got people that come up here like 50 miles an hour.
All right, I'll do that.
Yep. Keep that engine going.
What I assumed to be Fatty's friends at the time welcomed us, showered us with welcoming gifts featuring beer, Faygo, and weenies.
Wonderful.
If you can call any of that welcoming gifts. I mean, it seems a lot more like foreplay for Juggalo than it does welcome to Michigan sort of gift. But I could be wrong.
State where Kellogg's comes from.
Is there really a difference?
I wanted to talk to Fatty on the first day, but his friends would not allow that. They were asking me all sorts of questions about Filthy Frank and
Of course.
Cutie Pie and all this sort of shit.
How's Felix in real life?
I
Is he shorter than I think he is?
Yes.
I had to just endure it. I had to function as the autism magnet.
And me, Aaron, and him are autistic.
While Dane and Ben got footage of Fatty and asked Fatty questions as he toured them around the property.
The light still works here. Right here now. Some bank trash over there. 2 MG midgets.
Midgets?
Grandfather left me this one. Left Matt the red one. I think worst comes to worst. So to someone who will give him the beauty treatment and use him in shows. And then of course you got the jet ski.
When's the last time you took the jet ski out?
Well, considering it hasn't had a good
Sure,
start.
it takes it out all the time.
Hasn't been started since '99. Is that what you said?
Hasn't been started since '99. And technically that is an outlawed model.
An outlawed model.
There we go. I kind of forget I have this.
Turns out Chris was more than willing to share his life with us as long as we'd let him. He simultaneously is able to sound like an old man who's reminiscing about the days past, while also having the imagination of a third grader who definitely just found a real-life T-Rex fossil.
Okay.
What the fuck? The hell? Jesus.
Treasure map?
No.
What?
Yeah, my mother used to talk about how she had the old codes for something big. Oh, this is quilting stuff, okay. I just realized that now.
It's not paperwork, it's quilting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know someone in the house who can enjoy this.
Apparently it was up in the garage door.
Yeah. This here is the old fruit cellar.
Okay.
What's the strategy with taking one of your shoes off?
Paperweight. That's literally it.
Thought maybe you were going down there.
Oh, hell no. Even if the tires weren't there, it's basically a goddamn snake pit. Every year. Breeding season. Garter snakes are everywhere down there.
Garter snakes? Pretty harmless snakes, right?
Michigan blue races, man, they'll chase you.
They'll chase
I know
you.
that for a fact.
You've been chased by a blue?
Yes.
garter?
When mother had the golf cart working, she started it, snake comes out, starts chasing her, and she gets in the golf cart, ditches me all the way back there. I had to run the whole fucking field.
Fatty won't shut up.
He came in, he had both eyes infected. They got stuck between the toilet and the wall. Complete bullshit. He had some woman that looked like she was under 300. I've got my mother who can pretty much vouch for a lot of things to talk about here.
You know, if you ask him a question, he'll go to the moon and back with stories. And you can't stop him.
But they have to first find a way to target it. And there's literally just about 2 feet straight away, and then just drop.
You can try to cut in there, and he's like, oh, that reminds me of a new story I gotta tell you.
I thought them motherfuckers were demon horses. And then because both
Demon
captains
horses.
in the field calls what's called the marauding captain effect. Probably speaking gibberish for God's sake.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm going down within 5 feet. My mother's trying to hold me down. My legs up in the air. Go on, peanut, because when she was born, she was a peanut. That's where I almost got actually eaten by a T-Rex.
Oh, man. Man, oh, man, Cheez-Its.
You're looking at someone who can go days without pissing and shitting, and someone who can go about a whole day without drinking.
Really?
And I only drink from beer mugs.
You only drink from beer mugs?
Or shot glasses.
You do shots of water?
later on, we decided to drive around and have Fatty give us a bit of a tour of the city. You know, let us know what hot spots or interesting features there were in Battle Creek. There weren't any.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
White roofs. Back there, you have your Night's Inn. You have your America's Best Quality.
No, where all the
Another
motels
Night's Inn
are.
over there.
It was like just a shithole. And I'm not even afraid to say it, because everyone there calls it a shithole.
Believe it or not, at least once every few months, you will have drug buses, like down the road from me over here at the motel.
Drug buses?
Yeah.
What is that?
You know, usual team, they gotta call in when it's stuff like meth and cocaine.
Oh, so they're the police.
Yes, essentially.
After hearing a bunch of Fatty stories, we started to notice that he has this habit of opening the story with a line that is more interesting than the story itself.
Yo, Chris, you wanna go
Okay.
to the party? Well, the thing is, think about it. Put the gun away, put the BBs back, I'm shaking. And I looked at him and I was like, I've never been to really any kind of party. Calling my mother as I'm putting the fire out on the stove. I'm one of the only guys that's got a race minivan. They're like, dude, it's like a Project X style party, let's go. Girl, she's like burnt.
So instead of just cutting to the chase about how his engine blew out after he didn't change the oil, he'll open it with,
I learned the hard way that you get your oil checked every few months.
now I must inquire and hear this awesome story.
You learned the hard way.
Please.
I had a 98 Ford Explorer, and you just hear, oh, and then it just stops. Cuts off. I've got my blinkers on, I'm in the other lane. Got people past me. What's your problem? I'm like, oh, jeez, I'm burnt. So this is something I don't get. Why the fuck they put a stop sign right here?
Would you ever consider like becoming like a mayor or some sort of city official or something to try and make some sort of
I don't feel like
change?
I'd have the skill to do so.
You don't think so?
Nah. I'm not a very good people's person. I have a tendency to get stage fright. You know, crazy enough, I do videos, I get stage fright. That's the weird thing. A lot of stuff I do contradicts what I actually feel. But yeah, there's even times, like I said, where it's people I should know by heart. I even panic around, you know? Oh, man. To be honest with you, I couldn't hurt a fly.
You wouldn't hurt a fly.
I couldn't. Not even wouldn't. I couldn't.
You can't catch one.
There were a couple moments where Fatty and his group of friends would mention this place called Meyer.
This here is the Meyer.
And I just thought it was a gas station. But they reminded me, like, no, this is not a gas station. This is so much more than that. And I was like, shit, all right, we're really going somewhere. It's just like a slightly better Walmart.
Oh, well.
We learned a lot of useful stuff on our shopping trip.
I could do stuff like Cleveland Brown. Hey, that's me, Cleveland Brown. Got stuff like Elmo. Elmo says, we need to take another couple of pairs.
To be honest, I don't know what the hell Fatty was saying throughout the day because I wasn't with him. You know, I was around these guys.
Autistic.
So you know, if you want me to give commentary on this part, I'm just gonna tell you it from my perspective, okay?
Yeah, there was this guy we met. Oh wait, are you still talking?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The day was shitty.
Yeah.
Now, why did we think this was a good idea again? I just
great pain.
What was that? What did you hit?
Looks good.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Was this thing tilted before?
Oh.
Calm down. I'll be able to get out of here just fine.
I feel like we're escaping.
I'm like afraid I'm gonna run over a cat. Like for a minute there, I was expecting one of them to like, sort of, autistically like go behind and like wave me through, but I run them over. So I'm quite thankful that it was just a light post and not a human being or a cat.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The next day.
On day 2, we were finally able to get Fatty alone and have him answer some of our burning questions. Alright, tits or ass? Star Wars is a big part of Fatty's channel, so I thought it was very important that we ask him a lot of questions about why he likes it and why he feels comfortable swinging around a bit of plastic in his front yard.
The Star Wars ones, I fall in love with because I can easily just slip into the lore.
I do not expect failure from my hirees.
And I also understand when bullcrap gets set up by Disney. Mickey Mouse, woo!
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, that's a good question. Revenge of the Sith, very easily, purely for the Obi-Wan versus Anakin duel. Beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
It made more sense. It was Star Wars back then.
I met him at school when we were going
Taking
together.
one of the prequels.
And so we started hanging out, and he told me
I
about
don't
his YouTube channel, and he needed a little help once in a while. So I volunteered, said why not, didn't have anything going on. A couple of videos down the line, and we made the notorious one where he trips over there by the trash can.
I hope you got that.
Oh, you good, bro? Ever since then, he's always hitting me up, asking for help with videos and other stuff.
You were the camera guy for
that one? A lot of them.
Okay.
For a good majority of them.
So you're the guy behind the camera most of the
time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike is a very interesting guy.
He seems like
didn't give any indication of care about what the fuck we were doing the whole time. You know, he was there for Fatty. And that's how I sort of got the idea that this is one of Fatty's actual friends.
Every time we hang out, it's either talking about doing a video or doing the videos. So it's
nice.
It's kind of like a weird production hangout kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah. Mike is also a bit of a pyromaniac.
Wonderful.
There were several occasions where he made fires without anyone's consent. I still don't know what Mike sees in those flames.
So you're not as into Star Wars as...
No, not really.
Robert.
I mean, with them, they're more of, they're hyper into it, I guess you could say. For me, it'd be stuff like Harry Potter, but I don't mind it one bit.
Yeah.
You know, I can get into it any day, anytime.
The Force is a weak institution under your side.
Are you embarrassed at all by the videos you upload?
Not exactly, no.
Are you embarrassed by,
That's good.
I don't know, being into Star Wars as much as you are being a 22-year-old?
Now I've got my lightsabers, man. Why make a big deal out of loving something that people are going to hate me for loving? So what? I'm a nerd.
Right attitude.
I like Star Wars. Holy crap.
I mean, not that this isn't embarrassing, but that's the right attitude to have. Pretty good lightsaber effects. I mean, for a YouTube video.
Darth Cannabis, you have broken several laws of the New Republic Water. You would hereby sentenced to death. How do you plead?
Trial by combat.
And the Force shall have it. And should be. I wish I wouldn't. Your council, huh? No, that's when you're wrong. I'm from the Congress. Who makes the laws? You, all people. You sit your ass down for 1 freaking minute. No. Madison and explain. You're into drugs couldn't be given to you. This sticks that ain't gonna read all of it. Wrong, now you're missing the finger.
Hold on. You split my cut open.
Oh. It's getting real.
I'm good, man. I can't. Oh, fuck.
Wait, yeah, so what happened? Sorry, I didn't catch it. What happened?
Got me in the thumb downwards. Split open a cut and cracked the inside of that. It fucking hurt.
So would you say that was full force?
No, that's not even 40%.
Woohoo! Good job! Woo! Good job, Bobby de Blatz!
We asked for a tour around his house, and at first I was expecting an uncultured mess. But after experiencing the tour, I changed my mind. You start by entering the house through the main hall. From there, you can stop by the dining area, or you can visit one of the many restrooms to wash up before supper. Just a few steps away, you can relax and soak up some rays in the sunroom.
Jesus! Wish Mother would remind me to bring the vacuum nuts so she could use it. Damn, this is bad.
What do you call this room?
I used to call this my smoke room for a bit. And then it kind of got turned into a random shit room. Then it became the cat room, and every so often Mother and Grandma tend to these litter boxes, and they don't tell me when they need the vacuum. This is bad. I'm disappointed right now. I wish Mother would have told me this needed done today. Yeah, like I said, I am not proud of this. Careful. Yeah, I'm not happy right now. Dear fucking Lord, dear Lord. Oh my God. This is the one time I'm actually ticked at my mother for this. Because I asked her, I said, hey, before anyone comes over this morning, the boxes need clean, what hell needs to happen?
I'll go dance in the grass a little.
But if books are more your speed, you can get lost in the sprawling bookshelves of the library. Downstairs, you have the project room.
And here's the project room.
Oh.
This looks like the rape dungeon.
This is where we used to keep some of the cats. Ooh, hard.
What?
Just trying to scrape off. Yeah, this is the worst part of the basement. Yeah. This
You can get a shot of that.
Yeah, it's not fun. This is not a part of the house I'm actually proud of.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm glad.
But it's a work in progress.
Not-
Yeah, I planned to get everything done. Like I said,
Work in progress.
This is literally years.
That's all it is. Is this Sonic? Popsicle is going to jump through that. I'm telling you.
That actually, we had
Popsicle's going! Yeehaw! If you walk upstairs, you'll find the lounge, which is the most popular place on the estate to enjoy some me time.
Okay. Some good healthy living.
Okay. Holy crap. That right there is what happens when you milk your head slightly longer than you should. Oh, still got a little bit at the bottom.
Lastly, if you're looking for an adventure, the backyard might be the place for you.
It's time to hit the mud.
So what was your first impression of Chris when you met him?
Big goofball, to be honest.
Ooh! Oh yeah, just wait till you get her slightly lifted and get her some better shots. Oh hell yeah, I'm turning this bad boy into an off-road machine. Yes.
The height of the height of entertainment here.
I actually have a bit of a thing I want to do with it. I want to get an upgraded engine in it, a new fuel injection system, get some nice tires on there, and then finally get her a paint job. It's all about how you throw that ass, girl!
think of the house when you first came to Fatty's house?
It's a lot bigger than mine, that's for sure. You know.
You'll notice that the house is pretty run down. It doesn't look good, and when you go there, it doesn't smell good. It's very jarring.
That's cool. Not surprising.
That's epic.
And I wanted to know why the hell the house was in the condition that it's in.
So over the years, it's just kind of gone downhill, especially after Father passed away. We didn't have funds to sit there and just get every major repair we needed, so it looks very ugly right now. We're just now getting to a point where we can afford to get the downstairs ceiling done. It takes a few months for us just to save up for a small repair like that. As horrible as the house looks right now, this was not the original look. My grandfather back in...
I didn't really get a satisfying answer about the house from Chris, so I decided to ask the owner of the house, Chris's mom.
The whole house would cave in tomorrow,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
What do you love about Chris?
He's mine.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's a sweetheart. He really is. He's got his moments. I'm not going to say he's perfect because he is not, far from it.
Chris's mom has a lot of cats. I think it's about 30 from what I've been told. And I think that's where most of the smell comes from. Her favorite cat is a one-eyed cat with a pink dress named Preston.
Hoping a good girl. She's spoiled. Do you have her ice cream cone?
I'm getting it ready, Mother.
And only eats birthday cake ice cream from Myers.
Get her an ice cream.
I see.
Get her an ice cream cone.
Of course.
You have to sit and hold the cone for her.
Literally, this cat.
And she will eat the ice cream. When she gets down to the end of the cone, you have to bite the cone around so that she can get to the ice cream again.
That's unique.
Christopher, didn't you find any more blue in there? She likes the frosting the best.
Breathe it all
Trying
in.
to compose myself. I've never been around so many cats. We interrupt this scene to bring you this message from our sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Raycon. You see, Raycon.
This was sponsored for some reason.
Had the cojones to sponsor this video. This video took a lot of work to make, but we really enjoyed
How did you
making it.
pitch
We
this
wanna
to
make
your
a lot
sponsor?
more. One of the best
That's what I would
ways
want
you
to know.
guys can help us make sure that our goal is reached is by supporting our sponsors. Raycon earbuds. You may have noticed that I've been wearing these the whole time. That's because I'm free to move around because there are no wires.
Yeah,
they're wireless.
Switch to wireless.
Hello. On top of that, the sound quality
a while
is
back,
good,
and I really like
they're
it.
half the price of other earbuds. Yeah, your jaw just dropped to the floor. But in all seriousness, if you are in the market for some earbuds, these are very affordable options. So go down in the description.
Only problem is when they
hit
die
my
in the middle of
iDubbz link,
something.
and you can go to
Which
that
could happen in this
website,
video,
which
'cause
will
I
give you
recorded
the good, affordable
multiple videos
scoop.
before this.
I want to emphasize that this is not lip service. If you get to the end of this video and you like what you saw, please consider
That would be kind of
getting
ironic.
a pair of Raycons
If
because that's really going to help us moving forward. Because
Well, let's hope it doesn't
we'll be
happen.
able to get more sponsors. We'll
Make it
be
harder
able to
to
keep
edit.
doing it, and I want to keep doing it. I really badly want to keep doing it because it was a lot of fun, and there's a lot of kooky characters out there in the world that I'm itching to put a camera in front of. Hit it up. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Fatty was very honest with us about his weight, though we didn't always see eye to eye on what was the problem.
I'm honest with myself. I'm a large guy. If it doesn't change, I'm gonna die soon, flat out. Being a little over 400 pounds is not normal. Weighing 4 men is not normal.
Yeah, he's 11 days old there, and they say it's a pituitary gland problem.
I instantly cling to food, and within a matter of about a year, I was around 380. Going from around 260 to 380 is not fun. It's not at all. I used to eat like a full gallon ice cream. Lately, I've been making good strides, though. I've kicked fast food out of the night completely. Caffeine as well.
Christopher has lost 100 pounds over this last year and a half.
Okay, well,
Just
that's
by
good.
himself. He's getting
Progress.
exercise without realizing he's getting exercise. Because they'll
Yeah, the
play out there
videos.
for a couple hours at a time. And if you say, hey, Chris,
It is more active than you would expect a guy that size to
Wait,
be.
so what about, like, you say caffeine? Do you mean,
caffeine doesn't
like,
really affect your weight?
I know, but I had to kick that because it was
Yeah, that's a
my kryptonite back.
separate problem.
Venom. Black cherry kiwi. Because I used to sit there and get like 3 of them at a time. I'd sit there and go, oh yeah, I'm not going to drink all these. Of course, half hour later, I'm down to my third one.
What was your first impression of Chris and his weight? did it bother you at all? Or?
No. No, I've always had family members that were on the heftier side, I could say. So it wasn't really that much of an issue for me personally. He just fit right in as far as my friend group went. Just odd squad family, really.
Hey, would you look at that? Fuck's sake, a little bit of cat hair.
Best food on earth.
Oh my god, hands down. That's a tough one, really.
Hands down, and then
Yeah.
tough one.
Nice little, like, 4-ounce steak.
We are making the
Steak is good.
She's been beautifully marinated.
You ever try quinoa?
Nope. Why does that sound like a martial arts form?
Kinda does.
Master the arts of quinoa.
I asked Chris if he could give us a rundown on how he produces one of his Cooking with Fatty videos, which are very popular, and he agreed to it. So here is an exclusive, never-before-seen look at Cooking with Fatty, behind the scenes. You're welcome.
He said, come here. I'm like, okay, always gotta have your protein. Yep.
Oh. Is that really cooking?
You grab your own, I just choose chicken. Simple, easy. A lot of people love chicken.
Is there a light in here?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of cooking so far.
I mean in the kitchen.
They're all on. Over there's it.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, you start the recording.
So do you usually put like a GoPro on your head to give them
a GoPro or I hold the phone. Welcome to Cooking with Daddy Life Hacks. We're here today to make some ramen. We're gonna make this kind of good. Because, well, feeling good in the neighborhood. And of course, you pause the recording. So what you wanna do first, get that water boiling like everyone knows you gotta do. So I might even come up with a title as I'm going through here. What I'm thinking right now is like, Collard's Food Hack Cooking with Fatty, under $5 meal. And of course, you gotta come back and check every so often. Looks like we're getting to that boiling point soon. I used to never put in so much work into a video. Usually it was like, the idea's out there, let's chase it. Now I've got that spark to really put time into a video.
So when it comes to nuggies versus tendies, you're more of a nuggies kind of guy.
Oh, hell yeah. You gotta have all your love for your nuggets out there. Came out so wrong. Welcome back. We had to restart the video for a second there because I messed up. However, we'll take a plate, drain that out. You know, I just feel a little heat. You take, you know, get it out of the kitchen.
I almost lost it there.
You know, turn it up. Yeah. All right. Try to save these noodles to the board.
Yeah.
Noodle lives matter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you probably don't think about this much, but a TV dinner and a pack of ramen, not always the worst combination.
Okay. Yeah, this is just gourmet.
Right. Now, you want to scrape in that barbecue.
What are you doing?
Getting the barbecue off the phone. Got some stuck on it when I was on the thing. Now, you just take all that junk in it and go crazy like Katrina. And then, of course, Fatty always says, clean up after yourselves. So there you go. Let it cool down. And of course, stop the recording there, and then I wait. It's really just a typical day here recording a Cooking with Fatty. Eventually, though, let's get into gourmet. Because after all, when you say it French, makes it better.
Would you say you...
Yeah.
You exaggerate a bit? Like your stories? Or not? No?
I do my best to try to keep it as an open book as possible. Like, it's like I say, why go out and just lie?
Yeah, I mean, it's not about lying. It's just like...
Nah, but everything we're talking about, it's all happened.
Chris has a lot of stories, you know. He's very much a talker.
Oh, yeah.
I guess for someone who's a bit skeptical, it's like...
Need more from the mother.
Right. He's got a little bit of, like, flack online for some of his stories because he'll exaggerate some things.
Oh, yes, he does.
I feel like I've gone places, I've done a decent amount of things.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't have, like, nearly the amount of, like, stories that you have. Why?
Oh?
Now, up until this point, we've spoken to most of the major people in Airsoft Fatty's life, except for one. This gentleman here. Robert is Chris's now ex-friend, who he's lightsaber dueling or hanging out with in most of his videos.
Robert, he literally will go full force every time. I've only ever used like 40% of my strength on him, ever. What? Swiper!
He seems maybe a bit more aggressive when it comes to the lightsaber duels.
They've recently stopped speaking to one another because of some dispute with an airsoft gun, but that's why we didn't see Robert for the first few days we were there, is because we sort of arrived in Michigan in the middle of this Cold War.
Robert has a lot of issues. I don't believe he's on his medication. He has violent tendencies. I would not be surprised if one day I did not find out that he has killed someone.
Well, that's great to hear.
When we showed up in Battle Creek, we thought we were going to be able to film Fatty and Robert dueling all the time, interacting with each other, but that just wasn't the case. But I was determined. I was determined to get Fatty and Robert to duel each other, because that is some of my favorite content on Fatty's channel. I wanted to see it. I wanted to effing see it.
Okay.
So there's no way that you'll...
No, he literally is going full force. He literally treats it as if he's on an actual battlefield about to die.
Right.
Every time. I try to talk to him.
Okay, so maybe not from a friendly standpoint. What about you don't have to interact with Robert in any way. We pick him up. We bring him here. Or neutral zone, perhaps.
It's a lot better for a neutral zone.
And
His
it's
mother comes back and sees it, just call the police.
And it's only a duel.
It still would be a no. And I wouldn't suggest you duel him either, because he will hurt you. He has hit me so hard in the back of the head with sabers that it's literally knocked me out. He's been told, there's that divot. That's not fused right. You keep hitting me full force back there. You're gonna kill me, Robert. He had me in a video where I literally blacked out.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace, bitch.
Like, I will do the dialogue with you. I'll fucking go out there and do the dialogue with you. Dane probably would. Very quick. No more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Robert's fucking door. I'm scared.
I would be too, after hearing all that.
Congratulations, you found me.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? Do you have time for an interview?
Yeah, I'm currently watching Dog, but yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is she gonna keep barking?
She's just looking at me with her tongue out. Alright, you know what?
Yeah.
Stupid dog. You uncooperative little pooch.
Get in there. At this point, Robert had completely fucked the mic. I don't know how he did it. He just took his dog inside, and the whole unit is just trashed. It's not like the plug just pulled out. The whole thing just doesn't work. But thankfully, Ben did record audio on his phone, so we do have some usable audio for the Robert interview. Do you have any weapons on you now?
Says this one?
Yeah.
No.
The Robert interview was a complete mess, so I think we're just gonna have to show you it in pretty much its entirety, because there's a lot of moments.
Okay.
What's
well, this will be good.
Having Fatty as a friend, or what was good about having him as a friend?
I had fun kicking his ass in every lightsaber duel we filmed. When it comes to YouTube, being friends is out the window, and I just want to kick his ass.
What would you say is a real negative thing about having Fatty as a friend?
He's an ass. Then again, so am I. So I can't really say shit.
What's your opinion on Fatty's house? Like, the condition of it, and just like...
It looks like crap. Need I say more? I mean, you were just there Sunday. Need I say more?
Hey, Robert.
What pisses you off the most about Fatty?
fact that he treats me like crap whenever we're off camera.
How does he treat you like crap?
It's a long list. You sure want me to get into it?
Yeah, just rattle them off. Just list them
Top
off
5.
real quick.
Top 5.
Take as much time as you
Not
need.
to mention, I don't really keep a list.
Just anything.
Anything you can think of.
It doesn't have to be top 10. It could just be anything.
Well, usually just after we're done, he just ends up going upstairs smoking and doesn't really hang with me to the point where I'm just playing video games or always getting high as fuck next to me.
Okay, what else?
Well, if you've seen some of his videos, you get the gist.
Yeah, but like you said that there's like a long list of like the things that he's done that, you know, pisses you off. Like so far we've only heard one, which is like he kind of ignores you for the bong. Is there anything else? Because it seems like you're struggling to come up with like other...
Well, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't really keep a list.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
You're still hitting full force, dude!
That's what that was.
The agreement was you'd stop!
If I had actually swung full force, his hand, every bone in his hand would have been shattered.
Okay.
Those were love taps. He may claim they were all full force, but that wasn't even close. I will admit he has gotten strong over the past year and a half. I mean, he's got to be pretty strong carrying all that fat around. I mean...
What do you like about Star Wars?
The fights, obviously, the fight scenes.
The fight scenes, the action
I'm a weapons guy. Of course I like the fight scenes.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that I'm making a homemade spear should say enough. You know how hard it is to find a perfectly straight stick in the middle of the woods?
You found that?
Yo, you don't believe in Force?
I don't believe in the Force. Apparently, Chris seems to think he's a real Jedi. I think that's bullshit. Chris is a fanatic. I just watched the Star Wars movie for the fight scenes.
What's your favorite fight scene? What's your favorite scene from Star Wars?
Probably Anakin versus Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Why do you play with lightsabers?
Same favorite.
I have several real blades, but Chris doesn't want to spar with those.
That's probably a good idea.
Right, but like, you can understand why he wouldn't want to spar with real blades, because you might lose.
Yeah, but it would make it more interesting. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make several viral videos out of that.
Would you spar with someone using real blades?
I've done it before.
Oh, when was that?
Years back. I think middle of Arizona.
Middle of Arizona.
Who
Do you know
did
what?
spar with? Who was that?
I didn't get his name.
Just a random guy.
A random dude who was foolish enough to call me out.
And you sparred with him. With a real blade.
It didn't end well for him.
So is he alive?
Maybe.
Again, if I die, the world's done, and well, if I die, the world's automatically fucked. So there's that.
If I die, the world is fucked. What does that mean?
Oh. That's actually a long story. About 6 or 7 years ago, I blacked out and learned something about myself that I really can't state on YouTube.
Can you summarize it in a PG way?
Not really. It has to do with heaven and hell, not really.
Okay.
That's not PG. I blacked out. I don't have any memories from during that time. All I know is flames and insane laughter.
Well, how do you know the world's fucked then?
Yeah, what does it have to do with the statement, the world
Because the laughter wasn't my own.
Oh, okay, so someone else is gonna fuck over the world. It's not you.
Well, it's me, just a different side of me.
Oh, okay, so you're talking about your demon.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, of course.
I can't translate it in human, but he's saying calling himself death.
Oh,
hence the reason I said the world's fucked if I die.
Well, you don't need to translate it to human. Just say it how like you would say it.
It's
in
demonic.
Language. Yeah.
It can't be spoken.
Okay. Well,
with
why?
This.
Oh, because you're
set up.
Oh, you have the wrong set of tools here.
Yeah.
You need demon mouth.
The human anatomy is not able to speak in demonic. That's just the.
I get you. It would be faking it.
I get it.
Did you have another one?
Yeah, Why did you give out Fatty's information on that group
Because I was
chat?
pissed off.
Okay.
Don't you think that's a little rude though? And you
I'm
wouldn't
an
want
asshole.
your info, huh?
For one, I put my information out on the About section of my YouTube channel. I don't care who knows where I live.
Yeah, but you're not Fatty. Like, just because you're okay with that doesn't mean he's okay with that.
Yeah, and then he asked me to stop after that, and I haven't given out his information since, despite what he thinks.
Okay, but do you think that was like a lesson learned on your part? Like, you're
Do you
not going to do that again?
Yeah, do you
to
feel bad
anyone else?
about that?
I might feel bad about it, but I'm not going to admit to it.
Well, okay, well, you
Okay.
kind of...
Did you tell
kinda
people
did.
to, like, come attack him or something?
No, I did not say that directly. I just said, down with yourself, Fatty. Me and Chris are no longer friends.
Oh, okay.
And then the fans took it a step further and actually threatened to Mazel Tov cocktail his house and beat up and kill his mom. I
Oh.
didn't tell them to do that. They did it themselves.
Yeah, but do you condemn it?
I thought it was interesting. The fact that my fans would really go that far. I mean, damn.
But would you want them to go that far?
Not unless I really wanted them dead, no.
How far would he have to go?
Probably friend my family.
Okay.
At that point, I'll hold her off, and I will end them myself.
Okay, yeah, I can see why they don't talk anymore.
No one was in character. Fatty was Fatty, Robert was Robert. No spoils to the victor and no fair maiden was to be impressed. This was a final duel. What we're doing here is we're gonna go with Fatty's rules of if you get, a hand hit, that hand is disabled. You can continue and with whatever means you want, You can toss it, you can use the force, whatever you think you can do. Go ahead and do it.
I remember we're doing this for
fun.
We're doing this for fun. This is just for the camera, so don't.
Yeah. Don't kill each other.
Yeah. I don't know if I trust this guy to hold back.
Oh, well, you ain't gonna do anything now?
No, that
You're
just
so used to play vicious?
that just wasn't close enough for me to react. Okay, no, that one was. You want me to play vicious? I'll play vicious. Like I said, you want me to play vicious? I'll play vicious.
During the duel, all I could think of was, is this entertaining?
I don't think it quite is.
Why am I involved in this?
I don't know. You're the one who thought of
Why am I
this.
filming this?
Pretty sure this was your idea.
Both hands are disabled, dude. Right arm right about here.
Just let him have his way. I'm just going straight to headbutting.
Bring it. There was a point where you could tell that, like, no one except for Robert was having any fun at all. So it was just uncomfortable.
Did you see that slash to the end? It was one quick move. You wanted me to play vicious, so I got vicious.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted you to play vicious.
What happened to all the spunk you had?
Oh.
Oh. Is that a leg?
No. Yeah, that was the chest.
Okay.
That was the side.
Alright, 1-1.
That was an actual blade. That would have been cut clean in
1-1.
half.
When Fatty landed that hit on Robert, I kind of had to do a double take. I thought, wait, what? Fatty lands hits on Robert?
Hey, you've improved since our last duel, Chris. That's not that bad. Anthony might have to get serious.
Okay. That was a quick. Okay, Okay.
Like I said, I might have to
I
get
think I'm
serious.
done. I think I'm done.
Unfortunately, Robert got the final hit in. It was a good solid jab and left Fatty winded for like a couple minutes. But he was fine after that. He was very tough through the whole thing. I was like, you need any water? And he's like, no, I'm fine. There was a very uncanny feeling in the air after the duel was over. No one really knew how to feel. Should Robert be glad that he won? Should Fatty be happy that he put up a good fight and the duel was over? No one really knew, so we just walked up the hill that we came down and parted ways. As far as I know, that's the last time Robert and Fatty have seen each other or spoken, and I have a feeling that that might be for the best.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah. I'd
Look,
kind of
man.
agree.
Same to you.
Remember, you'll always be a brother.
Hey, Mike, hang on, I got something for you. Catch. You're welcome.
They were childhood friends, but friends grow apart. Friends can change. The Robert that Fatty knew when he was 2 years old isn't the same Robert now that he's 22 years old. Some of us have demons. Some
Yes,
of us have
demons.
I wish I knew a way to end this.
If anything to close out on, the best words I have ever heard have come from the worst version of an old cartoon I used to watch, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the most recent. The main character states that his father told him, when you want to cry, laugh.
Big
laugh
Yu-Gi-Oh!
out, smile.
Big Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because it's
fan
like,
here.
why go around feeling like shit all the time? Sure, you're going to have your days, but get up, dust yourself off, for God's sake. We're humans. We're born to get back up.
I'm guessing that most people would call Airsoft Fatty cringy, but what even is cringe anymore?
Good question.
Would you call the kid who needs more dedotated wham, would you call him cringy?
Dedotated wham.
Or would you call Sammy Classic Sonic fan who's screeching about the blue hedgehog? Would you call him cringy?
Probably.
If that's the case, then is being cringy just having the courage to put yourself and your interests out there despite what other people think? Because if it is, then without a doubt, Airsoft Fatty is cringe. He is a cringe lord. His channel is a cringe compilation. But I respect that, because there's a lot of people out there who would be too ashamed and too embarrassed to show people what they're passionate about and what their interests are. And despite what he might think, Airsoft Fatty does go full force. In his own way, he goes all in.
Someone is treating it as if they're about to die, and they are putting everything behind it.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
Our trip to Battle Creek was extremely fun, and none of it would have been possible without Airsoft Fatty and his acquaintances and his friends and his family. So a big thanks to you, Chris, and your friends and family. Thank you for allowing us to come into your home and being so hospitable.
Let me hear your best little Anakin's yippee! Yippee!
Oh, do like a freaky little crab walk.
Oh. Yeah, that costume.
Dude, you can't show this. Movie magic.
Well, there we go. And yeah, my earbuds actually did last the whole video, so that's good. Yeah, that was something. I'm not sure why the patron wanted that, but it was a video. I mean, it was basically like a full-on documentary about something utterly bizarre. Just this guy who makes Star Wars videos I've never heard of before. But he seems like a decent enough guy, actually. I mean, it's cringe, as we kind of... I mean, I like the conclusion there. That, yes, this is cringe content, but he seems like a real person, and, yeah, I mean, he's just putting himself out there, and you gotta kind of respect that. His friend, or ex-friend, seems rather disturbed. I don't know about him. He's kind of a bit more questionable in my book, but yeah. I mean, the other friend, he seems like really just chill and laid back. The Mike guy, I don't know. He just, I mean, the fire thing was weird, but yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of interesting stuff in this. It was a unique video, but in its own way, kind of an entertaining one. I don't know. It was just so weird. Not something I'd really expect to ever see. Not something I ever would have seen without the Patreon requesting it. But yeah, there we go. Full force. And iDubbz, I guess I should comment on him. He seems like a pretty funny guy. I don't know. This wasn't really as much about him as it was Fatty. But yeah, still, he did a good job of being like that kind of tether to sanity in this kind of bizarre world that Fatty lives in. And yeah, he had good timing for a lot of the comedic bits inserted, and seems like a pretty cool guy, and yeah, he got to the heart of the situation, I think, as a good documentarian should, and produced a pretty good documentary out of this, so good on him. Anyway, that's all I really gotta say. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.